A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Today we are going to discuss a very important tool of management, which is the use of diary. Diary since long has been a very important controlling tool for managers of any profession. Now this is a diary. This diary is of approximately 200 pages. So the first thing which we have to do is to write down the initial information, the initial personal information that is required is to be noted down in very detail and carefully. Your name, your address, your postal address, your blood group, very important to write down your blood group in your diary, as well as save it somewhere in your mobile, mention it in your electronic profiles as well. In case of emergency, it is very beneficial. Your blood group, your province, village, tehsil, your district, your email ID, your organization name, whatever the personal information requirement, two or three emergency numbers. That is very also very important to mention people who can be contacted in emergency. So the diary is also beneficial to put on your personal information and people who can be contacted in emergency as well. Now, this diary contains 200 pages. So, how to allocate these 200 pages to various people? It is a very technical and to be remembered and implemented type of action. Now, as they say that I stand first in English, I is the word which is written capital even in the mid of the sentence, because the most important thing in the world is myself and I. So the first 10 pages, these from the up to this I will allocate to myself. Okay, these first 10 pages are for my personal use, in which I will write down what type of communication, what type of commitment, what to do type of activities, which I decide with my seniors as well as with my juniors. So where my name end, I will fold it this like this, the page. The next page, the next 10 pages, I will suggest. It is up to you what you to whom you want to allocate it to. But I will suggest, as a majority of time we people are in contact with our seniors, our boss. So the next 10 pages are to be allocated to your immediate supervisor. After immediate supervisor, you will the second people in your organization, or the second type of people in your organization in which you are in regular contact, are your subordinates. So sequentially you can allocate 10 pages to each of your subordinate, but do remember to fold the last page of each individual to whom you allocated page, just like this. This is where my boss end, my boss allocated pages end in my diary. Okay. So the in subordinate, the one who is near to you mean where the majority of time the subordinate are where is your base town. So alphabetically are those subordinate which are in your immediate contact are in your base town. Allocate sequential pages to them in sequence of 10 pages to 10 pages to Mr. X, 10 pages to Mr. Y, 10 pages to Mr. Z, 10 pages to Mr. A, and 10 pages to Mr. B, and onward. After the your team completion, that is your boss and your subordinate, then you can allocate the rest of the pages to the 10 pages to your customers commitment. the people with whom you come in regular contact, and you have to fulfill their demand. So 10 pages is recommended to allocate to your customers as well. 10 pages to your distributors as well. 10 pages to the your head office. That is also very recommended thing to do, to allocate pages to the people of your head office for the communication you do, or the commitment, or things which are you decide with your head office. So 10 pages to head office is also recommended. 10 pages to your you may use the personal 10 pages for your family purpose, or you may, it is recommended to allocate 10 pages to your family as well, so that you keep a fear of so your social life, your family life in a very smooth manner. Now, after allocation, how to manage my diary? Say, for example, I had a meeting on 2 of the 2nd of October with my boss. We decided that the vacancy at Attack is to be filled up. So I will note down that the Attack vacancy is to be filled by 12th October. Okay, this is what I decide with my boss. Now, after that, the concerned person who is responsible for filling that vacancy is to be contacted. Mr. XYZ, Mr. X is to be contacted, who is my junior. I will call him, I will give him the deadline that Beta G, the vacancy at Attack is to be filled before 10th of October. Do keep a day or two for your grace, for your what you can as they are written in computer, error for error, so that you may arrange, you may have time, extra time to fulfill your commitment with your boss. It will have two benefits. One benefit, if you do it before the time, your boss will realize that Mr. That my junior is very committed and he do things well before time. And if it does not happen before time, you will have 2 days to make emergency arrangement. I will have 2 days to arrange emergency arrangement, to make emergency arrangement and fill up that vacancy in 2 days. 2 days, I think, is a very sufficient time for fulfilling any task. So this is how I will do it. Now, the other agreement, say this is one type. For follow-up type of commitments with my juniors, is that I decide, say for example, with Mr. XYZ, I make his action plan. He show me his action plan for the month of October on 4th of October, and we decided that we will have follow-up meeting with Mr. X on 8 October, with Mr. Y on 15 October, and Mr. Z on 20th October. These things were noted down by me in the pages allocated to my juniors, that we will do these 3 meetings sequentially. The same thing is to be noted down in his diary as well. He will sign his diary and I will sign his diary as well. I will sign my diary, the committed, where the commitment is written. There I will put my initial, and also it is recommended to put the initial of your junior on the same page as well. It is a sort of you have a backup data. You are preparing a file about your subordinate. That is the one aspect. The other aspect is that the seriousness of the situation, that the follow-up meetings are planned, are coming, will be conveyed down the line, and the result are hopefully will be more better. So now I will when as I will have we have decided 8th, 15th, and 20th to have sequential meeting. It means that in meeting with Mr. X on 8 October, I am planning to go there on 8 October. So on 8 October, I will open the page of my junior with whom I am going to meet, and I will see that his subordinate Mr. X is to be meet up is to be arranged a meeting with on 8 October for this purpose and for this improvement. I will do all the necessary preparation and ensure to attend the meeting and a very fruitful way. This is how we use the diary and routine. Now you have to, in this exercise, what we learn? We learn that first of all, every action that is decided is to be noted down in diary. Number second, for the date on which the meeting or the follow-up is decided is to be ensured to be executed. Thirdly, the important thing is that the realization to both subordinate, to myself and to my organization of the seriousness of each action we decide. So this is how we use our diary. Now after that meeting on same page in which I have noted that on 8 October we are going to meet, the minutes of the meeting, it is recommended to be jotted down on the same page on which the meeting was planned and to be signed by the three parties concerned, Mr. X, my subordinate, and myself. So this is another advantage of diary, that you are also getting the preparing a file for the subordinate of your subordinate as well, and you are compiling a data related to the team as well as to the organization in your diary, which can be used at the time of need. Now that meeting, after that meeting which was conducted on 8 October, the follow-up date is to be decided keeping in view my own plan of meeting these two persons again. Say for example, I am going to meet them on 27th October. So the follow-up date for that meeting is to be decided on 27th October, and to be planned a meeting is to be planned accordingly on these minutes which were decided on 8 October meeting. And the same exercises will be repeated on 27 October. As I'm going to meet these two guys, I will open the page of my subordinate, will see what point we decided, and will go to the meeting properly prepared. I will know what were decided and how to and what were decided between us, and this will see what the consequences of the decisions we make are coming up in this meeting. Sequential meeting can be planned on same, then within if you have space on same page, very good, continue. If not, on next page, and that is how you fulfill you fill the data of your subordinate and your team in your diary. Two things are very important: the date decided is to ensure to give follow up or ensure to meet up on the date that is decided. First thing is that anything you write down in your diary, it is recommended to take initial, that is signature of each one concerned. Third thing which I'm seeing as I work in pharmaceutical industry, so I have seen a lot of juniors, upcoming generation, who don't damn care about diary. They are not using diary in their professional workup, in their professional working, which is very discouraging, because this diary is a very important controlling tool for any kind of manager in any profession. It is a tool through which you can control your team. It is a tool through which you can take care of your team. It is a true tool through which you can run your team. It is a tool through which you can fulfill all the commitment of your team in a very smooth manner. So do use diary in your professional life, and keep it in your hand. Don't keep it in the bag of laptop for years. It is also recommended to change diary each year and buy a new diary, subject to that these pages which you have paid for are to be taken care of, and they are to be filled with stuff which is beneficial for you, your team, your organization, your professional career. Thank you very much. Jazakallah.